Hello, my name is Eric Stoller, and I want to welcome you to the Eric Stoller Show and the Patient Zero series in conjunction with AI Wellness. Today, we're going to be talking to Dr. Dimitri Sandler, a wound, foot, and ankle specialist. Welcome today to the program. It's so great to have you here. We know each other for some time, and you're just excited. You guys just opened up a new location, Skylake Medical Associates, right here in Miami Gardens Drive.
Correct.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And why don't you share with our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Sure. Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Dimitri Sandler. I am a foot and ankle specialist and have
No, no, for him.
having said that,
Start it over introducing yourself.
okay. My name is Dr. Dimitri Sandler, a foot and ankle specialist, and I practice it in the lower extremity, any pathology having to do with the below the knee pathologies stemming from diabetic foot care, wounds, any type of ulcerations, any type of sports medicine type injuries, such as ankle sprains. We see a lot of athletes, even pediatrics as young as like newborn. Some parents come in concerned with their kids, whether their feet are turned out correctly or whether their child is walking correctly or they're tripping and falling. So we start from the newborns pretty much through geriatrics. So
Wow.
yes.
Wow. And I know we hadn't seen each other in a while, and then we happened to be walking in and didn't recognize you. You didn't recognize me, and there you were going to treat my mother.
That's right.
And,
Exactly.
And I'm happy to say that her wound is like fully healed.
She did great. She did great. Yeah. So that's an example of one of those that had a ulcer, a wound on her foot, and we were able to, with this wound care program that we do, where we apply a series of grafts, and we use that in patients where they haven't responded to conventional treatments, modalities such as whether it's just debridement or different type of gels or creams that
Sure.
a lot of other physicians will try initially. Once they meet certain criteria, then we can go ahead and treat them with this skin graft, completely painless, and it's done on a weekly basis. And yeah, people respond amazingly well.
Yeah, and I want to talk to that for a second because we lost my father-in-law, and it was because he had a wound. He was in a home, and it was not well treated. And it got to the point where he got it. It was so bad that they had to amputate, and they said he wasn't healthy enough to amputate. And the end result was they said he'll live for 6 months. He wound up passing a week or two later. But how many times do you find, especially with seniors, that they get these wounds and they don't heal? And then they're in that situation, which I just told you, because nobody paid attention, to take care of them.
Correct. That does happen. Unfortunately, these days, they get placed in a nursing home or an assisted living type facility, and whether it's just the sheer volume of people that are there that they just don't have enough staff, maybe. Well, whatever the scenario is, but now with the advent of these skin grafts, it's really cut down on a lot of amputations, the length of stay in the hospital. So it's really been beneficial to not only the family and the actual patient that we're treating, to the hospital system, to the Medicare system. It cuts down on the cost of healthcare overall. So it's really been an amazing adjunct.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. So let's talk for a minute about you and like, how did you get started? What made you get into this, the world of medicine and becoming a foot and ankle specialist?
Sure, that's funny because I get asked that a lot. For me, it's I get to back in high school. I was always like interested in medicine, and growing up in a Jewish household, it's either you have to become a doctor or a lawyer. Those were my only options. I don't recall ever being, put on another track. So I was just always into medicine and mathematics and science, and so it just became a natural progression. College, and then I just started. When I was in college at University of Miami, I got involved with the athletics team and doing
Nice.
some of that. So I got to see a lot of on the field type injuries, and then by doing that, I was able to get more um, involved and interested. I'm like, man, that guy just like almost broke his ankle or like tore his Achilles and things like that. So that gave me the initial step into that arena of like orthopedics, and then I just kind of found myself focusing more on the lower extremity and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of different things that we can do with the foot and ankle. And yeah, so that's kind of how. progress from there.
So I guess we would consider you expert. You're an expert in this area. This is your
Say so.
domain.
Yes, I mean, been 22 plus years, and then also in our specialty, there's a board certification that we have to go through.
Okay.
So I'm a foot and ankle board certified, and then I have a separate certification for wound care certification.
Did you ever have a situation where you had to remove a foot from somebody's ass? Did that ever happen? You know, I'm just kidding, but you know.
No, but yeah, there are plenty of times I wish I could do that. Give me a moment. Let me go get my tools.
Or their mouth, one of the other foot. Anyway, I had to throw that in there.
Sure,
I'm kidding you. All right, so look, I know you do amazing work. You're a phenomenal doctor. How do people connect with you, especially your new clinic?
Absolutely. So we're on 1380 Northeast Miami Gardens Drive in North Miami Beach, very close from this location.
Yes.
And 305-735-2022 is the office phone number. And we're open 5 days a week, 9 to 5. So, you know, anytime you're welcome to call and make an appointment. If I'm not there, one of the other physicians are there. It's a multi-specialty practice. So
Yep.
we're doing all type of amazing things, not just foot and ankle related, internal medicine, primary care. We have the next exosomes.
Yeah, you do
stem
exosomes
cells.
as well.
So
Yes.
we're doing all kinds of that. You know, the on the cutting edge, futuristic type stuff.
So a lot of regenerative, functional type medicine.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful location. I had a chance to see it myself. Easy to get to, right off of Miami Gardens. You know, you don't have to go into a big building and deal with the parking. You get right in, you go right into the facility, and they'll take care of you. And that's what's important, because there's lots of people out there that can take your money. You also want doctors that really care about your situation and help you. And Dr. Sandler is one of these folks. So before we wrap up, I want you to I like to call it the final word, and like to give people an encouragement. Maybe they got a relative, maybe they're dealing with something, they've been seeing this and they haven't taken care of it, they keep neglecting it. So, and you know, we all know health is wealth, right? And you know, like what's one of the biggest things with athletes? They get that that turf toe.
Turf toe.
And it's amazing that they can't play, right? These big strong guys, a toe puts them out of business. So I just want you in general, just kind of for a minute, you know, tell people why they need to come and see you, especially if they're dealing with something and they haven't they've just been ignoring it.
Yeah, so you know, from that regenerative side, especially for sports-related type injuries, it's amazing the regeneration that happens so much faster and quicker. You don't have to ignore it. You come in, you know, whether it's we can get you some kind of functional device to go into your shoe, whether we can get you into doing these regenerative type injection therapies with exosome, platelet-rich plasma injection. There's a lot of modern ways to treat something without having to go through surgery. Like surgery is always like on the back burner. You know, I think that's where a lot of people have that fear that, oh, he's going to tell me I need surgery.
Right.
No, that's not the case anymore. You can come in, and then from the diabetic standpoint, a lot of diabetics, because they lose that ability to feel, think that, oh, you know, if it was something bad, I would feel it. And when you don't feel it, you tend to ignore it. But I'd rather you come in, have me say, okay, that's nothing to worry about in this case. Or if it's something more, then we can get you into the right treatment plan.
You know, it's so true. And my grandfather lived to be 97. And he always would say, he says, your body's working against you. And he would always say, take care of your feet. Because at 97, he'd walk every day. He was in good shape. And so, you know, I take that because, you know, we sometimes, like you said, we take things for granted. But man, when our feet don't work, you know,
Nothing else works. Exactly.
Nothing else
works.
works.
Get out of bed.
That's right. That's right. So look, I appreciate you coming on the show today. This was very enlightening. Hopefully we're going to have you back.
I appreciate it. Look forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you need to go to Skylake Medical Associates, 1380 Miami Gardens Drive. Click the link so you can get a hold of them. You can watch the whole episode right here on the Eric Stoller Show. And of course, we'll be out on social media. Once again, thank you, Dr. Sandler, for being here. This is Eric Stoller for the Eric Stoller Show and the Patient Zero series in partnership with AI Wellness. And we want you to go from patient zero to patient hero.